In this video, I will show you how to add a feedback form to your WordPress website. We have two different options, one of these being a sidebar panel, which is what you can see on screen now, or alternatively, you can embed your feedback form onto your website and have it as part of the web page. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. From here, we now have access to all of the Elfsight widgets, but the widget that we are going to be creating is a feedback form. So to do this, we want to go up to search widgets in the top right corner, and we want to search for form. And then we want to click into the form builder option right here. So we can go ahead and click into this, and then from select a template, the template that we want to select is the feedback form right here. Now this template is just the default. We can completely customize this. As I say, we can have this as the sidebar, or we can embed it on the website. Whichever one you want to go for, we want to still select this template. So once we've clicked on feedback, we can click continue with this template. And the next thing that we are going to do is go ahead and build out the form fields. So right here by default, we have three different fields. The first one is like this smiley face one where they can choose how much they rated the service. They can then enter their email address and they can leave their feedback below. So we can click into these and we can edit these. We can change the label at the top. We can choose if this is required. Or we can go in and we can completely replace these fields by clicking on add field. So this right here is a smiley field, but I might want to add a star scale instead. So we can drop this in. And once again, I'm going to say, how would you rate our service? Just like this. I'm going to make this a required field. And now that is done. So I'm going to go to this top one and I'm now going to delete this. And then I can click and drag this to the top. And now this is a star scale at the top, which could be more on brand depending on what you are using this for. Another thing that I will want to collect is somebody's first name. So once again, let's add a field. And there's a lot of fields that we can choose from in here. Like we can collect phone numbers. We can choose them to set a time or a date. So we can say, when did you buy this service? Something like that. A lot of different options in here. But I'm going to go for the name. So I'm going to go for short text. And for the label, I'm going to say first name. Then we can go down. And once again, this is a required field. And I'm just going to drag this on top of the email address. So this is how we can go ahead and build the form out. We can then go down and click into the header and we can change what the main header title says right here, whether this is even on or not. We can turn that off if we would like. We can add our brand logo by clicking on add and upload a file. We can then go to the submit button and we can choose how this is going to look right here. We can change what this actually says. We have a footer as well that we can turn on if we would like to, where we can just add a bit of text. And then we can also change the success message. So I'm just going to say, your feedback was submitted. And this is what they see after they click on submit. So once we have built out the form, we can then click into the email section. And this is where we can set up our email notification. So every time somebody fills out this form and submits it, we are going to receive an email to the email address selected here. By default, this will be the email address that you used to sign up to Elfsight. So if you want to change this, we can click in. We can change the email right here, or we can even add 2 or 3 emails if that is better. This is the email template. I would recommend leaving this as it is because Elfsight have set this up perfectly. So we can leave that and we can back out. And the next section is going to be the layout. This is where we can change between this sidebar, or if we want this inline somewhere embedded on the page, you can choose that right there. And then we can also choose the form layout as well. I'm just going to leave this vertical. We can then go to the appearance. This is where we can change the color of this. So if you have a dark website, we can set this to dark. I'll just go ahead and open this back up. We can change the accent color. We can change essentially how the entire layout of this looks. So I'm just going to go for this. We can change the font. And then from here, we can go in and we can customize like the leave a feedback button. This is blue. This is awesome. We can change the corner radius and essentially how this is going to look. We can go down. We can change the background color. We can change the header color and the title color and all of these different things. And that is how we can customize the appearance. So once this is all done, once you have customized and you have set up your feedback form to look how you want it to look, all we then have to do is go up and click on publish. And then Elfsight is going to take us over to this page where we can choose the plan. Now, the plan that you want to go for depends on how many monthly website views you get. We can see we have 5,000, 50,000, 150,000, and then we can get higher if we need. But of course, Elfsight also has this free plan for if you have a new website or if you just want to test Elfsight out. From here, once you have selected your plan, Elfsight is then going to give you this code, and this is how we are going to embed the widget onto your WordPress website. So from here, all we need to do is click on copy code, and then you can go over to your WordPress website and of course open up the page that you want to add this feedback form to. Once you are on this page, all we need to do is click on this plus icon right here. And if this is embedded on your page, you of course want to go down and choose the section that you want to add this to. You could add this right here, for example, or if this is a sidebar, it really doesn't matter where you add this on the page because it's always going to be a sidebar. But what we want to do, as I say, click on this plus icon, then we search for HTML, choose where on the website we want to drop this. So I'll just drop mine right here. And then all we have to do is paste in this code. Now the code only shows up when we are in the editor. When we are outside of the editor, when we are actually viewing the website, this code is going to disappear. And the only thing that's going to show up is the widget. So if I go in here and I go to view site, as we can see, there is no code, but there is the widget that we just set up. And we now have the feedback form on our WordPress website.